Hi, chums. Got a situation here where people have been asking me to see inside the shed, and the shed isn't really ready for public consumption yet. But I'm going to give you a video because a lot of people are interested, and well, I mean, you guys have been very loyal to me for a long time, so the least I can do is do a video for you. So I'm going to show you what the situation is now. Things are going well until I get trees chopping started. But as you can see, I've managed to keep the bench still fairly clear. That's work I'm doing over there at the moment, so that's okay. These are just sitting here temporarily at this end of the bench. Those will be moved out in the next couple of days. Now, this little island of shit here, but that's actually only temporary there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 bags of blocks there. Now that's ash. That's only cut a few days ago, and I'm burning that wet, and it burns the very best. Ash is unbelievable stuff, you know. And I'm just putting that into the stove there, in the little stove, and it burns away like mad. It's really good stuff. So that's how I'm heating the place. I'm using up this stuff because at the end of the day, I might as well use. I'm paying for firewood by getting these boys to cut the thing down. And my firewood is my end product, I suppose, you know, as well as the trees. So I may as well benefit from the money I've spent, you know. So I'm just burning the wet ash, and it burns the very best. It's amazing stuff. So let's say that's a bit. And then in here, we've got the table saw is now, I'm able to use it. And I had a friend, Alan, the other day, had been very patient waiting to get some corian. And I managed to cut it in table saw for him, and he's happy as can be because he finally got his corian after waiting a long, long time. But I couldn't get at the corian because it was all tied up at the back of the shed. But anyway, there's where we are. What we've done is now, I haven't done anything on these shelves here because there's hours and hours of work there, and there's no point in me spending 20 hours doing that when 15 hours will make a big difference in the rest of the shed. So that's what we're doing. I'll just turn this light over here a bit. So at the moment, what we've got is these shelves here are sorted. Those have got all blanks on them that I need, or that are sorted and kind of filed. I've got my chop saw sitting there at the moment, but what do you call it? It's just temporarily there. And then over here, we've got these here sitting, and what do you call it? These are done. Those are sorted from that side, and we're getting into that side. But look at this. I've got a huge big pile of wood sitting here, but this has got to do with these bags of stuff. Like there's the stuff there I'm burning. That stuff there's about 50 mil in diameter, and that's burning like dry wood, you know. It's just amazing. So we'll come in here and show you what I've done in here. Now this is not finished because I've had to move stuff in here to get working in this other spot. But at the moment the lathes are set up, I'll go over to here and let you see where the lathes are set up. The lathes are set up, or as you come in now, I have my lathe sitting there so that I can see out the door. You can see out that main door there. But the problem with that is I'll stand where I am, right? There's where I'd be working, so I can see that door from where I'm standing now. I got a real bad scare here at one time. One of my mates actually, Michael, ran in here and went, "Oh, what about you, boy?" And I near jumped out of my skin, you know. So I said, I want to see who's coming in here from now on, you see. But I've made a mistake. This has cramped up the place big time. So what's happening is this lathe here is going to be moved over to that wall, and this lathe here is going to be moved up here, which is going to leave a much more open space here. And then I'm going to be able to put over here, I'm going to be able to put grinders and stuff in there instead. This bandsaw will go back in this other side again. So I'm getting there, but it's like everything else. You have to try a thing out to see how it works. There's also a workbench. There's going to be a workbench go along here as well, you know. This is my mate's tools down here. But there's going to be a workbench go along there. So I've still got a whole lot of stuff to do. But there's my health and safety cabinet. That's just an old press locker. And I've got all my safety gear in there. And on the outside of that, I'm going to put hooks with masks and, not masks, but face shields, goggles, ear protector, stuff like that. So that anybody here has no excuse for not wearing the protector stuff, because at every machine as well, as you can see here, at every machine there are goggles and stuff, you know. So it means there's no excuse. Like there's a face mask hanging on that as well. So everything is it's coming together slowly, you know. I haven't got my extraction piped in yet. That'll happen eventually, but I have to get this. I have to get my layout done properly. See, we wanted the two lathes, one like that and one like that, so that the person can move back from the lathe quickly. I don't like a lathe with a wall behind me, so I will need to get somewhere I want to get away to if something goes wrong, you know. And as you can see there, rule number 1 had to go up again. Don't get blood on the wood. That's a router table that my friend Alan very kindly gave me, and there's other stuff in there. That's just covered with a sheet to hide it, basically. So that's where we are. So for those wanting an update of the shed, that's where we are. But it looks really awful, but I'm finding it a lot easier to work in because I can actually walk over and lift things now, which is really, really good. And it means I'm getting more work done. So today, the rest of the day is going to be planting some trees I bought last week. I bought some fruit trees. I'm going to be planting those. But my wife had a good idea. I'm going to plant them in huge buckets. It means I can transplant them next autumn again, you know, because I don't really know where I want to put them. So I can set them about the yard in buckets and see where they look best and where they're not where they look best, where they're going to be best positioned for themselves, you know. So that's that. So that's where we are, folks. But I think out of the work I've done so far, one of the major things I did was getting a space to work on this bench. That's important for me, you know, because once you have somewhere to work from, you can get work done, you know. As I say, this is all temporary. It'll be gone in a couple of days' time. Okay, so that's where we are, folks. So. What was I going to say there? Forgot what I was going to say. So to say, there'll be more updates when I get this place done. I'm going to move a lot of this wood out down to a shed down the bottom there, but we'll clean it out first as well. So there's a lot of work to get done, but we'll get there. Okay. All the best now. Bye bye. How do I turn this off now?